Greetings of the day, my dear students. So now we are into our third assignment. This assignment is related to freely falling body. So before I start this assignment, within 2-3 minutes, quickly let us recap what we have discussed in the class. So what are the conditions for freely falling body? If initial velocity of the body is 0, if acceleration of the body is equal to acceleration due to gravity of Earth, and if the distance travelled by the body is equal to the height from which the object is being dropped, then that object will act as a freely falling body. In case of freely falling body, if I substitute these conditions in the general equations of motion, I'll be getting the equations of motion in case of freely falling body, which are: the first equation is V equal to gt, the second one is h equal to half gt square, third one is v square is equal to 2gh, and fourth one is hn equal to g by 2 into 2n minus half. So few important formulae related to freely falling body. The time taken by a freely falling body which has been dropped from certain height h from the ground is t is equal to root over 2h by g. Velocity with which freely falling body strikes the ground, v is equal to root over 2gh. This is a very important point related to freely falling body. The ratio of distance travelled in successive intervals of time by freely falling body is S1 is to S2 is to S3 is equal to 1 is to 3 is to 5. An important point, important note, what everyone has to understand is a freely falling body, it undergoes motion in a straight line in the vertical plane and moves with uniform acceleration, which is equal to the acceleration due to gravity of Earth. So see this problem. This problem is related to freely falling body. So the problem is, what is given is, this is a body. It is dropped from a height of 100 meters. What he is asking it to find out is, first, how much time does the object takes to reach the ground? Time taken by freely falling body to reach ground. Time taken by freely falling body to reach ground. T is equal to root over 2h by g. This formula we have got or derived by using second equation of motion. So T is equal to root over 2 into h is 100 meter and g is, take g as 10 meter per second square. So 10 will cancel 100 10 times. 10 into 2 is 20. So T is equal to root 20. You can write 20 as 4 into 5 under root. Root 4 is 2. So the time taken is 2 root 5 second. Do you know what is the value of root 5? It is 2.23. 2.23. So T will be equal to 2 into 2.23. So the time taken by the body to reach the ground is 4.46 seconds. The time taken by this object to reach the ground is 4.4 seconds. Body is dropped from a height of 100 meters. That is a freely falling body. The total time taken by the object to reach the ground is 4.4 seconds. This is the first part of this problem. Now go to the second part. What is the velocity with which that object strikes the ground? What is the formula for velocity with which a freely falling body strikes the ground? V is equal to root 2 GH. So if V be the velocity with which freely falling body is striking the ground, V is equal to root over 2 GH. So V is equal to, that is what I have shown here. So V is equal to root over 2 into G is 10 meter per second square. Actually it is 9.8. To make calculations easy, you can take G value as 10 meter per second square into 100. So V is equal to root 20 into root 100, that is 10. What is the value of root 20? What is the value of root 20? Root 20 value is 2 root 5. What is the value of 2 root 5? It is 4.46. So V is equal to 4.46 into 10. Root 20 value is 4.46. So the velocity with which the object strikes the ground is 44.6 meter per second approximately. This is the second part of the problem. Now go to the third part. What is the third part of the problem? The body is allowed to fall. Its initial velocity is 0. It is traveling. And how much time does it take to reach the ground? It is 4.4 seconds. Nearly 4.5 seconds it is taking to reach the ground. Now if I ask you a question like this, what is the velocity? What is its velocity after 2 seconds? Would it be 0? No. Would it be 4.46? No. Then how much? You can find by using first equation of motion. Initial velocity of the object is 0. A is equal to plus G is equal to 10 meter per second square. After 2 seconds, what is its velocity? So V equal to U plus AT is the first equation of motion, which you will get it as V equal to GT. So V is equal to G is 10, time is 2. It means V is 20 meter per second. So since you want to differentiate this and this, you can take it as V dash. So V dash is equal to 20 meter per second. So here its velocity is 0. Here its velocity is 44.6 meter per second. After 2 seconds, let it be somewhere here. When it comes here, if I take its velocity as V dash, that V dash value is 20 meter per second. So let us go to the next modal problem. This is a very important modal problem in case of freely falling body. See, what is the problem given is a body is allowed to fall from certain height. We don't know what is the height. We don't know for how much time it is falling. What is the total time taken by this object to reach the ground? We don't know. But one condition is given. What is the given condition is? Given condition is, please all of you see, this is very important. The distance travelled by the object, distance is denoted by the letter S. Distance travelled by the object in 2 seconds is equal to the distance travelled by the same object in last second. This is the given condition. Distance travelled by the object in 2 seconds is equal to distance travelled by the object in last second. This part, left hand side part, we can find easily. How? Initial velocity is 0. Initial velocity is 0. A equal to plus G equal to, it is given in the problem, take it 10 meter per second square. In 2 seconds, how much distance it travels? That will be equal to half gt square. The distance it travels in 2 seconds, that will be equal to half gt square from second equation of motion. So the distance travelled by the object in 2 seconds is equal to half into g is 10, t square is 4. So 2 will cancel 10 2 times. 2 will cancel 10 5 times. 5 into 4 is 20. So how much distance the object has travelled in 2 seconds? 20 meter. Then what he has given, this distance is equal to the distance travelled in last second of its motion. So distance travelled in last second, it is related to fourth equation of motion. So what is that fourth equation of motion? Distance travelled in last second equal to, what is the formula? It is g by 2 into 2n minus 1. G by 2 into 2n minus 1. What is the distance travelled in last second is equal to distance travelled in 2 seconds. What is the distance travelled in 2 seconds? You got 20 meters. So equate both of them. 20 is equal to g by 2 into 2n minus 1. What is the value of g? 10. So 20 equal to 10 by 2 into 2n minus 1. 10 will cancel 20 2 times. 2 2s are 4. So 4 is equal to 2n minus 1. So 2n is 5. So n is 5 by 2, which is 2.5 seconds. It means the object has taken a time of 2.5 seconds to fall from here to here. Now you know what is the total time for which object has fallen. Now you can find what is the height from which is falling. What is the second part of the problem? We have to find what is the height from which that object is falling. So, which equation of motion we will use? Second equation of motion. What is that second equation of motion? H equal to half g t square. Here t is nothing but n. So, you can write it as half g n square. So, h equal to half into g is 10 n square, 2.5 square. Everyone knows 25 into 25 is 625. So 2.5 into 2.5 is 6.25. 2 will cancel this 5 times. So h is equal to 5 into 6.25. So h, the height from which that object has fallen, 5 5s are 25. 5 2s are 10, 10 plus 2, 12. 5 6 are 30, 30 plus 1, 31.25 meters. So object is falling from a height of 31.25 meters. The object has fallen for a time interval of 2.5 seconds. So you got total time and you got the height from which it has fallen. So these are another two important concepts and problems also in case of freely falling body. In this assignment we are discussing about freely falling body. See, for everyone, for most of the children, these two questions will appear to be same type of questions, but they are not same. For freely falling body, we have to find out what is the distance travelled in first 1 second, what is the distance travelled in 2 seconds, what is the distance travelled in 3 seconds. What is the distance travelled in 4 seconds like that? That is the first problem. So it's a freely falling body, its initial velocity is 0. A is g. So I will write A as g and I am not taking its value. I will give the what is distance in first, second, what is the distance in 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds in terms of g. So which equation of motion you have to find? I should find distance in given interval of time. In given interval of time. So I should use second equation of motion. Second equation of motion for freely falling body is S equal to half gt square. S equal to half gt square. Now I should find what is S1, what is S2, what is S3. When T1 is 1, T2 is 2, T3 is 3. So S1 will be equal to half G T1 square. So T1 square means 1 square. So S1 will be equal to G by 2. What is S2? S2 would be equal to half G into T square. Here T2 is nothing but 2 seconds. 2 square is 4. So it is 4 times of G by 2. Now if you take S3, S3 will be half G 3 square. So you will get 3 square is nothing but 9. So it is 9 times of G by 2. Now if I take the ratio of S1, S2, S3, therefore S1 is to S2 is to S3. So on, or I'll write for these three, this is equal to, it is G by 2 is to 1, G by 2 is to 4, G by 2 is to 9. So its ratio is 1 is to 4 is to 9 for first 3 intervals of time. This is distance in 1 second, distance in 2 seconds, distance in 3 seconds. Now what is asking here is, you find distance in first second, second second, third second. So you have to find distance in particular interval of time. This is in given interval of time, this is in particular interval of time. So here we will use fourth equation of motion for freely falling body. Fourth equation of motion for freely falling body is Sn is equal to G by 2 into 2n minus 1. So S1 will be equal to G by 2 into n1, 2n1 minus 1. So this is equal to G by 2 into, here n1 is 1, so 2 minus 1, 1. So it is G by 2 into 1. S2 would be equal to G by 2 into 2n2 minus 1. What is the value of n2? Second means n2 is 2. 2 2s are 4, 4 minus 1 is 3. So this will be equal to G by 2 into 3. So S3 will be equal to G by 2 into 2n3 minus 1, which will be equal to G by 2 into 5. Like this you can go. Therefore, S1 is to S2 is to S3 will be in the ratio of 1 is to 3 is to 5. This ratio is 1 is to 4 is to 9. This ratio is 1 is to 3 is to 5. So with this, children, all the important models problems related to freely falling body is completed. That's it. Thank you.